Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It's Black Balloon, and we're coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. All right, y'all. Now, I just happened to be watching the podcast of Shannon Sharpe interviewing Katt Williams. Now, this podcast started off just going off from the jump. Katt Williams jumped in and had, he had everything to say and nothing to hold back immediately. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to hit the internet. A bunch of YouTube channels are going to be posting what he's been saying because he says a lot of stuff that goes right with what we talked about. In the last couple of videos, he talked about a little bit about Diddy and the TD Jakes thing, him and Ricky Smiley. We're going to get a little bit into that as well. He also talked about Harvey Weinstein. We definitely going to get into that. Now, the thing about it, this is a podcast from Shannon Sharpe, and he's a part of Fox Sports, so I'm almost certain that his stuff is copyrighted. So I'm not going to be able to show the actual interview. We're going to have to pick Katt Williams' face over it so we don't get a copyright. Y'all got to hear it. For the people that, didn't watch the live, or you don't even know who Shannon Sharpe is. He was a football player for a lot of people that don't know. But regardless, we got to talk about some of the stuff Katt Williams was going in about. He just went crazy. He went off. He talked about a lot of stuff. And I just picked out a few topics from the podcast that I thought we could really dig into real quick in a video. So y'all already know what's going on, man. Some of these are going to be like short clips, and I'm just going to come back and talk about some of the things that he said. With that being said, y'all go ahead and check this out.
Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
right,
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story.
See, now Katt Williams got on that podcast and he told us something we all never knew. Or at least I don't think anybody's ever heard that until Katt Williams said it. Now, he exposed a lot about Ricky Smiley. It's kind of like in comparison to people just doing whatever it takes, especially someone like Ricky Smiley that was, much smaller as far as a comedian. Didn't have the reach that Katt Williams has had throughout his career. So, one of them guys that would probably take on any kind of role in order to up himself in Hollywood and sit next to the people at the top. Now, he said this is why people believe in rituals. And then he was like, why would Ricky Smiley lose a child and get up on a podcast or interview and start telling lies? Someone is going to take this as you trying to get yourself in a certain situation or pitch yourself in a situation that you was never in and your child just died. It's like, why you up here talking about this kind of stuff and you going through something that's supposed to be grieving in this kind of moment? Then he goes on to say that the original script in the bathroom scene was for Money Mike to actually get raped, and said Ricky Smiley was willing to do that in order to get the role. And he had to so calmly, someone that's playing in his first movie, he damn near had to beg in order for them to not make that the actual script. Now think about that, y'all. That goes into, you know, black men in Hollywood wearing dresses. It goes back to that one movie where I think his name, what's his name? DeAndre something or Andre something, old dude that played in Snowfall. Y'all know he played the dude that always on the angel dust type of shit in Snowfall, crazy dude in Snowfall. I forget his name, but y'all remember he got that interview on Vlad TV where he was talking about that rape scene in that movie where him, the bald head dude, and they was in jail. It's not clicking off my head right now what the name of that movie was, but y'all remember that rape scene. He basically said it changed his life. It made him cry. It was crazy because I watched the movie recently. I think I watched it on Tubi. It wasn't too long ago. It might have been a couple months ago.
Well, I'm not saying I regret doing 3 strikes because it wasn't really too much in there other than my ass being in the sling in the air and with a diaper on. That's like, you can't never take that back. But like I said, it's acting. I'm working. I'm getting compensated for what I do, and I'm a professional. So if it's any part, I wouldn't say movie, but a part in the movie would be Lockdown, where my character got raped. I didn't want to do that scene, but it was already written in the script. I already had the part. So the director, Mr. John Lussenhop, shout out, I was like, man, I don't see the relevance of not getting the character getting raped, because people get raped all the time in prison. Not today like they did back in the 80s or the 70s, but unfortunately that it happened, and not to me, thank God, never. And but I think the character had to get a dude fellatio head or something. He got to act like it. So I cried after doing that scene. I hated that. I told the director, man, I don't see the relevance of this happening. Cause a real motherfucker, I'd have bit the dude shit off. Excuse my language, but in reality, I'm not finna just let me put anything in my mouth. You're not getting it back. Come on, man. Who would? You gotta kill, you have to murder me, man. I hated that. I would take that back.
Damn, man. I hate to hear that, man. How was you feeling when you had to act that out?
Well, the actor, in actuality, I'm on the bed and the actor is way over here. But from the camera angle, it looked like I'm right in front of him. So all I'm doing is this. Doing this. And he's making facial moans and all that, man. So it was like it wasn't real. It was acting, but I could see, like, from people watching it, it looked real.
Now y'all see how real this stuff is in Hollywood, man, and how the writers and directors will come up with the entire script, have everything set in hopes of you just going along with it. Clearly back then, he was on the chase for money and a little bit of fame because he said he had to because they'd already wrote it. Katt Williams said the same thing. He said the script was already written for Money Mike to be raped. They were just hoping whoever would play the role would just go on through with it. But Katt Williams, in his way, kind of changed that narrative. So, fortunately, we never got to see a rape scene in Friday After Next, thankfully. Because just like people in the comments of that video of DeAndre Bonds, excuse me for not knowing his name earlier, they were like, yo, that scene changed my perspective on a lot of things. And it also saved a lot of young kids from doing crime and wanting to go to jail, or doing stupid stuff that takes you to jail. Potentially that kind of stuff can happen to people who aren't, willing to really take up for themselves like that in jail, or who don't have a crew to protect them. He said it made him cry. Spiritually, it hurt his soul. It made him cry, and he didn't even do anything. He didn't get raped in real life. He didn't give fellatio to the man in real life. And he said it made him cry. It, damn near broke his spirit. So imagine what it does to actual rape victims. Imagine what putting that trauma out on the screen does to people just watching. People are like, yo, that scene is wild. Just watching it is just like crazy. You know, the energy that gives out, that tells us a lot about Hollywood and why they choose to show us certain things. Because think about the energy you feel from seeing someone being raped in a movie. Y'all, it's not actually happening. He's not getting raped in real life. They're acting it out. Think about the energy we feel from it. This alone should tell us how powerful energy is from things that we choose to watch and consume. Music, movies, it don't matter. Look at how much it can control your mood. Look at how it, seeps into your spirit. And it's not even real. Just portrayed to be real. To me, this part of the video is very important. It's very important because we get a really pure example of how powerful energy really is. This is why these demons in Hollywood choose to prey over it, choose to harvest as much energy as they can. This is why they cast spells and do the things that they do, because they know that is how it's going to make us feel just by watching it. Thanks to Katt Williams for letting us know that it was originally supposed to be rape. And it doesn't sound far-fetched because they've done it multiple times. DeAndre Bond's telling you. That's what they did. They'd already wrote it up. Just like, remember when Dave Chappelle told the writers and stuff that he didn't want to wear a dress? And then he was like, in 10 minutes, they came back with a whole new script. Like, here you go, Dave. All right, cool. Just so frustrated. You didn't want to play. You didn't want to do the dress. They came back in 10 minutes because they didn't have to write a script. They already had it written just in case he didn't want to do it. It's a dirty game up there, y'all. It's a dirty game. And when we talk about Terry Crews, remember Terry Crews had already came out in that Me Too movement with the whole Harvey Weinstein thing. We just talked about him, remember? We just talked about him. Where some Hollywood exec producer guy groped him when he was at some kind of like dinner or something, and his wife was next to him, and so on and so on. So that leads us into the next clip of Katt Williams on the podcast with Shannon Sharp. So with that being said, check this out.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light. These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't.
What?
All of these shortcut takers. They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get that?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars.
Now, Katt Williams gave us the truth in that last clip. He said it's God's side and it's the other side. And we don't care what's on the other side. We don't care about the other side at all. And by that, y'all know what he mean, you know? You either a part of good or you a part of evil. And shoot, throughout Katt Williams' entire career, that's what he been exposing. I can't do nothing but respect him for the things that he said across his entire career. I don't know how many videos I've done that had Katt Williams in it, you know, exposing truth. You know, so he definitely gets my respect for just being a warrior and not even scared to actually say what's really going on, because we've seen him get blackballed by the industry. So we know, you know, he hit the nerves of those people that he's actually talking about. He also goes on to talk about Harvey Weinstein when that, you know, that came out, all that came out back in 2017. And what he said he offered him in front of his, you know, his entire crew basically. Now I thought that was wild, because ain't no man gonna come out and just say that, you know, another man offered to do this in front of a bunch of people. You got to be pretty bold, as in talking about Harvey Weinstein, to offer another man to suck him off in front of other people. That is actually insane. So I guess it lets you know, just how sick he was as a whole. Kind of makes me think about that whole Jeffrey Epstein list that's about to come out supposedly. You know, they keep kind of like just throwing bones out there. Oh, the list is about to drop, and today it comes out. Oh, it's expected to drop today, and yet nothing has came out. You know, it's like, I don't know if they're going on a media run with this kind of stuff and just letting people eat it up. But Katt Williams saying that in this interview on the podcast today, it just kind of made me think about the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing as well, because like he said, 2024, all these deviants are being ate up. All of them are being exposed. You know, everything is coming to the light. The truth is the light. And that's what we stepping into. You know, shit, here on this channel, that's what we've been stepping into. We in it already. But yet, there seems to never be a lack of videos to make or things to continue to expose, because the truth is still coming out. You know? It's like doing the type of content we do here on this channel and others like to do. It's like, you know, we damn near will never run out of stuff, because there's so much being held in the dark. You know, there's so much that's going on that we don't know about that's going to continue to come out. It's like, shit, I'm going to have a video to record every other day if I really wanted to. You know, I'm not going to continue to go on and say too much more. I think that last clip was pretty self-explanatory. You know, he said a lot. He said a lot in that. He said a lot on that podcast. And I only listened to maybe an hour or so of it. I didn't even continue listening. So, you know, if I go back and I listen to it more, and there's other things that he said that I think deserves a video or just for us to talk about, maybe I'll make another video about it. But for now, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments. And yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. So with that being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm out.